The first thing we got to talk about is Zeke Elliott and the game that he had. He was pretty good. It was the other guy who was even better. Tony Pollard was outstanding. Both running backs had great games. Tony Pollard was the beneficiary of some exceptional blocking, especially behind Zach Martin, who was back after missing the first game of the regular season because of COVID situation. Clarence, I need you to do me a favor. I am not one of these idiots who thinks you need to start Tony Pollard.
No, you're an idiot that said you should trade Ezekiel Elliott, so stop it.
So if you're going to use him like that, trade him to Baltimore and actually do something with the guy.
Okay.
If you're just going to use him as an offensive guard. But I need somebody to talk some sense into these morons who think that they need to start Tony Pollard over Zeke. If you're going to use Zeke, use him. But don't be starting Tony Pollard. I don't care what he did against the Chargers.
I mean, the bottom line is this.
It's
funny because everybody, because of Zeke's money, everything has to be a referendum. You know, we had a referendum on the run game after week 1, and they told you that was a part of the game plan. Week 2, it was a product of the game plan. How the Chargers were playing, the type of team they were. They wanted to control the ball. They were very conservative with the passing, and they were intentional about that. And yes, they used both running backs. They're going to need both running backs. Tony Pollard has never been a starting running back in his life. He's never carried the load week to week to week in his life. It is smart start Zeke because not only because he does in the running game, because of the importance to the passing game, his ability to block, and certainly use Tony Pollard as a change of pace back. You hit him with Zeke, you bring Tony Pollard to do some of the stuff he does on the outside in the space. It's a perfect situation for the Cowboys, perfect formula for the Cowboys in the running game. We get all caught up with Zeke's money, and that makes people go crazy. But the Cowboys don't care about the money. The money's already paid.
Do what?
They care about the running game.
Oh, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard you say, and I've heard you say a lot.
It's already
of dumb
paid.
things.
I'm talking about this year we do it from game to game. The money is not the issue. His contract is not an issue game to game in 2021. They're going to use both back. The money's already paid. It's already guaranteed. They can't get it back. They can't trade him and save money. There's nothing you can do about that. So let that go. Let's just play football. And the Cowboys are playing football with a pretty good tandem at running back.
Okay. You hear it here first on Cowboys Overtime. The title of Clarence's next book is The Dallas Cowboys Don't Care About Money. Here's why you don't start Tony Pollard. I don't want to hear anything. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard you say. This is why you don't start Tony Pollard. Bill Parcells talked about this a long time ago when you and I covered the team. There's certain guys you have to make sure that you give a limited number of carries to, because if you go too much, they just are going to break down. Tony Pollard's a really nice running back. He showed a lot against the Chargers, and they had a great game. Don't give me this garbage about, oh, this was the game plan, and this is why they called the game. This is why they called the game, because they started to run the ball well in the first quarter. And if you run it well in the first quarter, then you're going to stick to it. And every offensive coordinator on the planet gives up on the run about 5 bad runs into it. That's the bottom line.
I guarantee you,
Herschel Walker or Jim Brown.
Mike Ingle. They did not start trying to run the ball against Tampa because that was not part of the game plan.
Oh,
they started trying to run the ball against the Chargers because they knew they could run against the Chargers. Yes, it was had Zach Martin back. Yes, they had success to them. They knew that. They played 2 high safeties. The run was available to them.